Hello. Let's open our books at page 21. Student's book. Exercise 4. The first let's listen.
Track 29, page 21, exercise 4.
Missing family found alive in the snow. In 2013, in Nevada, USA, 2 adults and 4 children survived for 2 nights in the freezing mountains. In December 2013, the weather in Nevada was cold but sunny. So, on Sunday the 6th, James and Christina Glanton wanted to take their 2 children and cousins to play in the snow. Early in the morning, they travelled by jeep into the mountains. But in the afternoon, the weather changed. There was a huge snowstorm, and the road was dangerous. The Glantons' jeep suddenly stopped in the snow, and then it turned over. The family couldn't move, there wasn't a phone signal, and it was freezing. The temperature was minus 16 degrees. But James had an idea. He used a tyre from the jeep to make a fire. Then they warmed rocks in the fire. At night, they all stayed with the warm rocks in the turned-over jeep. On Monday morning at 8 o'clock, 200 people started to look for the missing family. There were lots of jeeps and 2 helicopters. The rescuers were very worried. People usually can't survive 1 night in the mountains in winter. The rescuers listened for tiny mobile phone signals. Then they tried to follow the signals. On Tuesday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the rescuers finally arrived. They were very happy to find the family alive and well.
Yes, alive and well. So let's do now exercises. So guys, exercise 5. Let's check. Look at the highlighted verbs in the text, of course. What kind of highlighted verbs we have? Survived, for example, wanted, traveled, stopped, used, stayed, and worried. So, complete the rules with past or present. So, guys, how do you think we use the what kind of past or present simple to talk about events which happened at time before now, in the past, of course. That is, let's check, please. Past simple. Please write there past simple. Okay, next, exercise B. Look at the highlighted verbs again, the same words. And what are spelling rules? Let's check this table. Okay, so you should write. So in base verb, you should write survive, want, travel, stop, use, stay, worry. In past simple irregular, wanted, traveled, stopped, used, stayed, worried. Yeah. And spelling rule. You can add also verbs ending in E plus D plus ED, verbs ending in short vowel plus consonant, double the final consonant plus ED, verbs ending in E plus D, verbs ending in vowel Y plus ED, verbs ending in consonant plus Y, replace Y with IED. Okay, so we did. Find more examples of past simple irregular verbs in the text. Not just highlighted words. You can also continue this table. To write all of these words. What will you find inside of this text to this table? Let's check. Let's check them. So these words: changed, turned, warned, started, listened, tried, arrived. Okay. There were. Complete the sentences from the text. Find a negative form. Let's check. There was a huge snowstorm and the road was dangerous. There were a lot of jeeps and 2 helicopters. There wasn't a phone signal. There is negative form in the text. Okay. What else we have? Write the questions, then answer them. You should write everything inside of your notebook. Please don't forget about it. How many people were there in the jeep? There were 6 people in the jeep. How many people were there in the rescue team? There were 200 people in the rescue team. Don't forget to write this to your notebook. Okay, good. Next. Prepositions of time. Yes, we played a game about the time. So, complete the sentences from the text. Find more examples. What are the rules? On Tuesdays at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, the rescuers finally arrived. Here are some examples. In 2013, in December 2013, on Sunday, 6 in the morning, in the afternoon, on Monday morning at 8 a.m. in winter. There are also rules. Don't forget to write also rules to your notebook. Rules on plus days and dates, months with dates. At plus exact time, times of meals, at night. In plus month, years, seasons, periods of time, parts of the day except night. Don't forget, at night. Okay, next. Next, what else we have? Okay, it's about this word. Do the dates and times. Take, at, in, or on. Let's check the answers. In autumn, in February, on the 16th of February, in July, on the 12th July, at lunchtime, at midday, on 20th, on Wednesday, in 2017 or 2017. Next. So let's open our workbook at page 12 and 13. Here we have some exercise about the weather. So look at the pictures. So guys, what's the weather like here? As I remember, we did this, yes, last time. Yes, we should start with the weather. Yes, we passed. Let's do this. 3 dogs. Can we listen this? Let's listen and check the answers.
Track 6, page 12. Exercise 3.
Saved by 3 dogs. A Canadian woman survived 3 days in the wild because her 3 dogs helped her. On the 20th of November 2017, Annette Poitras decided to go for a walk in the British Columbian mountains with her 3 dogs. The weather was cold and wet. She and the dogs walked for several hours. Then it was late and they started to go home. It was very wet and there was a lot of mud. Annette slipped and she injured her back badly. She tried to walk out of the forest, but she was lost. Annette watched a dog dig a hole to sleep in. One dog stayed beside her to keep her warm. Another dog looked for food. The next day, hundreds of rescuers started to look for Annette. They also used 2 helicopters and a lot of dogs. Annette's dogs listened for the rescuers and they barked and barked. After 2 nights, some of the rescuers finally arrived. Annette and the dogs were very wet and cold, but they were alive.
Okay, next. What else we have? This. Let's open our Workbook at page 13. Here, there were. So let's check the answers. Write the questions about the magazine's article in exercise 3, then answer the questions. So what kind of exercise 3? Let's check it. It's about this, guys, about 3 dogs. It's an article. You should read the first again. Okay, so how much mud was there? There was a lot of mud. How much rain was there? There was a lot of rain. How many dogs were there? There were 3 dogs. How many rescuers were there? There were hundreds of rescuers. How many helicopters were there? There were 2 helicopters. The answers is okay. Let's pass to exercise 5, prepositions of time. Complete the sentences with the past simple form of the verbs in the box and the correct preposition. Prepositions here, guys, the words arrive, listen, stay, travel, they used, want, work, and also we should use in, on, at. So, I traveled by train to London on Monday and the 25th January at 2 o'clock. Next, yesterday we walked hard at school in the morning, then listened to music in the afternoon. On Sunday, he arrived at the party at 8:30 in the evening. I stayed at my grandma's house in the summer because my parents were away. He wanted to have eggs at dinner time, but there weren't any. So guys, here, you should write here your own answers. Okay guys, don't forget about it. Complete the questions with the correct prepositions. Write your answers to the question. Here, I was born in. Which month were you born in? You should write which month you was born in. As a teacher, about me, I was born in August. Which day were you born on? You should write your day. It can be Tuesday, Wednesday. Write your own answers. I was born on Tuesday, for example. About me, I don't remember. You can check the calendar and check also your day. Okay, which season were you born in? I was born in August. Where were you at lunchtime? You should write yesterday. Oh, sorry, about yesterday. I was at lunchtime, and you should write, yes, the place. Where were you at 7 p.m. yesterday? I was at 7 p.m. You should write where, yesterday. Also, don't forget, at the end of the sentence, write yesterday. Okay, where were you on 1st January last year? Also, you can write, I was on 1st January, where, then last year, don't forget. Okay, what about this part? Did we? I don't remember we did. Yes, we did. Let's listen.
Track 7, page 13. Exercise 7.
I've got a new bike and I love it. Last weekend, I decided to go for a long bike ride with my friend Alex. We started early in the morning when the weather was cloudy but warm. We packed some sandwiches, snacks, and some drinks. The bike ride was great fun, but soon the weather changed and it started to rain. We stopped and changed our clothes, and then we continued. We don't mind the rain. Later, it was very windy. It's difficult to cycle in the wind, so we stopped under a tree to have lunch. Suddenly, there was a huge storm with a lot of rain and wind. Being under a tree is very dangerous in a storm, and it was scary, but there was nowhere to go. I called my dad and he was really worried. He asked us exactly where we were. I tried to give directions, but my dad used his phone to find us. He can find all of the family with his phone. Very soon, he arrived in his car. We were really happy to see him. We were really wet too.
Okay. There are the answers. Oh, sorry, guys. Please write the answers. What did the boy decide to do? The boy decided to go for a long bike ride. What was the weather like in the morning? The weather was cloudy but warm. What was the weather like in the afternoon? The weather was good in the afternoon. Why did the boy stop? The boy stopped because of the weather. Were the boys safe under the tree? The boys weren't safe under the tree. Okay, how did Ben's dad find them? Ben's dad used his phone to find them. Okay, guys, thank you. It was the last exercise of this week. Let's return to our book. Let's check. Did we check? Yes, it was the last exercise of this week. That's why check all of these exercises. And goodbye. See you next week. Goodbye, guys.